Welcome back to another figure review. In this review, we're going to take a look at the Halo 1/18 scale Infinite Series 2-pack. In this 2-pack, you get Master Chief and the Brute Chieftain. This is a very large box for two 1/18 scale figures only being inside. So, it may be a little bit of a visual issue here because it's actually bigger than my area to review. But we'll do our best to take a look at the packaging. But in this review, we're going to take a look at each character that's included in this set, and we're going to take a look at some comparisons with their counterparts. In front of the box here, like I said, this is very large. Just up top left here, we have the Halo symbol. The bottom left here, we have Master Chief image. On the top right here, we have New World of Halo scale, which is this is the 1/18 scale. And down the bottom we have the Halo Infinite series. And at the bottom here we have Master Chief with a Hydra launcher and Brute Chieftain with gravity hammer. And this is the nameplate for the characters. Here in the box we have Master Chief with his Hydra launcher and the figure stand. And on this side we have the Brute Chieftain, and we have the stand here, and then we have the gravity hammer here on the top right. This box is pretty thick. I mean, if you take a normal figure, it's just a thick box. And Master Chief fell over. So, on the other side of the box, it just says UNSC here at the top. This is so big, it's hard to get in my workspace here. Do we have Halo Infinite here? Some orange pinstripe. The back of the box is pretty much the same as every other packaging. Just Halo at the top, Master Chief running. Here's the UPC, if it helps you guys track down this. I purchased at Target. If you guys are interested, these are $19.99, so that's not a bad price. These are about $10 a figure, and with these being a 1/18 scale figure, you can't get a Star figure cheaper than $13 anymore. In the sheer size and quality of these things, the plastic, the articulation is great for $10. You get the stands, the weapons, and this package alone, like I said, it's huge. It's just basically overkill. It's very nice packaging, don't get me wrong, I do like it a lot. It's pretty amazing how much this cost for what you're getting. So, I mean, before you even open this thing, I'm going to recommend this set because of the quality, the value you're getting, and because, you know, we've done reviews for the other characters, such as the Spartans and the Brute Captain. And we have the Halo vehicle, which is an amazing value if you want to pick that up. I think it's like $29.99. That Warthog vehicle is just crazy cool and highly recommend it. We have reviews up for all that stuff. If you want to check that out, it'd be really great. So, with that being said, let's take a look at these figures outside the box, see what we get, and go from there, I guess. Like I said, there is a ton. There is a ton of room in this box. This is huge. So here's like the background of that. You might be able to use that for like if you're in a figure photography or a background for something. It's actually pretty nice. As you can see, how much wasted space I was talking about. This is the figures in their clamshell. I mean, you can see the figures up here, and they got all this extra space here. I mean, that's crazy. But again, very nice packaging. A+ for the packaging. Takes up a lot of shelf space, but for what it's worth, I'm not sure. there is no ties, no tape, which is great. I hate tape. And there's no any kind of holding the figures in besides just plastic friction. And it's really in there too. Wow. Let me get this stuff out of here real quick. And let's see, it's a cheese. Oh. I do stand corrected on that. I'm not sure if you guys, I didn't even see it. Like, if you see right there and right there, there are actually something, you know, plastic holders there holding the figure in. But that is so tight. I'm not sure if I can ever cut that or not. You gotta pull on that piece really, really hard to get him to come out. Yeah, there's that tie. Oh wow, look at this. Right from the package. Not sure what's going on with that. And let's see if the Chieftain comes out without. Oh. This is stain. Yeah, there's no ties for him. He just came right out of the packaging. Yep. It looks like that there was a tie on the hammer there, if you see that. But it came out of the package without any resistance, so there's actually two ties in the package. They were very, very well hidden because of the black paint of the actually where they were located. So let's take a look at this Master Chief that looks like has been a factory damaged figure. That's not cool. But we will work with it for review purposes. So in this pack, it looks like this Master Chief is sporting some major battle damage here. So on top of his head, he has battle damage. On his chest, he has battle damage. Here on his leg, he has some battle damage. And of course, his leg is jacked. So, oh, maybe not. There was, it just popped out of the packaging. Look at that. Huh. I've never seen that before in my whole action figure collecting. I can't even talk because I was shocked. Like, that's incredible. You can pop his little joint out basically, and then pop it back on. Doesn't flop around. Okay. That being said, for articulation, his head goes to the right, to the left, and gets stopped because of his shoulder pack here. Goes down that much, up that much. Does 360 on both sides. Bendable elbows. Will get you not 90. His wrists are articulated. 360. He has the arms do not go out very much because of the shoulder pad hits the back. So it goes out that much. There is an ab current here, articulation here. Does rotate, not much. He does sit, obviously. as that leg pop back out again. That's got to be broke. We have double jointed knees, and we have a wing leg. No, I'm just joking. Double jointed knees on both. If you actually get one, it's not broken. There, popped it back in. I'm not too concerned about this because I didn't buy this necessarily for this figure. I bought it for the Chieftain. His articulation for his ankle, go up that far, back that far, and swivel 360. And that leg definitely is something wrong with that leg. But I wouldn't prevent you guys from buying these. That's probably just, things get screwed up in factories. I easily could probably go exchange this and get a new one. I mean, I may do that, but I'm not sure. So like I said, I'm not really much caring too much for this Master Chief because I'm not interested in it. I mean, this was just going to give it away anyway. Because I have this Master Chief. Now, this is the Master Chief comparison from the one that comes with the Warthog. So you see that he has no prattle damage. I do like this Master Chief better, and I do not have no issues with his legs. It is the same figure, just a different little paint for battle damage on this figure here. It's like about the same. Here's the silver on the shoulders. The back's the same. He does have a different weapon than the one that came with this one. So if anything, maybe I just toss that and not have an extra weapon for Master Chief if I decide not to take it back. But that is the comparison of the weapons you get. This is the actual weapon that comes with it. It is labeled as Hydra Launcher. This is basically a gray paint with some black here to the bottom, and on the tip of the back, we'll call it the stock. And he comes with his figure stand. It's like a rock base. Very nice. These are interlockable with all of the, regardless if you buy the vehicle, the single packs or the double packs, you can lock them together. It's just simply like this. And just twist them. So it's basically put them together at an angle and just twist them together. Easy peasy. Alright. So enough for this weird ass Master Chief. Let's take a look at the Chieftain. This is a big figure. This is awesome for $10, basically. Yes, his gold armor. Brown, see, under clothing there. Some silver paint up here on his, let's call them shoulder blades. They look like blades. They'd been cool if those were painted like silver or something. But again, for $10, this thing weighs a ton. Just put the value between the two figures, $10 a piece. Incredible. Yeah, see, he has a removable helmet. Kind of has like a rhino horn type helmet. Very cool. This is what his head sculpt looks like. There is some silver wash or paint strokes on the armor to give it the appearance of some wear. There on the back of his shoulder. A little bit there. Maybe on the edges throughout his armor. It's too bad that these weren't retractable. You know, they just go up and down. So, you know, some play feature would have been cool. So for articulation, for our Chieftain, here's our head turns that much right. You're not going to get much because of the sculpt. This guy's huge. To the left. Down that much. Up that much. Shoulders are on a ball joint. But you're not going to get much, it looks like, because of the way the sculpt is. Armor here hits the shoulder piece, prevents it from going. If that wasn't there, you could get in full 360 rotation. He does have bendable arms. On a very tight ratcheting type system, I guess. You can hear clicks. Like, you're not going to get 90 out of that too much. Same for this arm. The wrist do rotate 360, and there is a joint there where it goes inward and out. This one has one too, but it's very limited. But it does spin. But you can see it right down in there. He does have a waist or ab swivel, want to call it. He does sit that much. For a big figure like that, that's not too bad. He does have a little thigh swivel here. And it looks like he has double joint knees too, but what you're going to get out of him is going to be pretty limited. Because that's a big ham hock there. Not both legs are the same. His feet, his ankles will rotate 360. And they don't go up and down too much. Barely anything. That's a very cool looking figure. Let's take a look at his stand. He has the same stand as Master Chief. Here is his hammer, which they are calling the gravity hammer. It is a piece of plastic. This feels like it's hollow, but at least it's, you know, sealed all the way around. It ain't open in the back like the waffle style plastic we get from Hasbro. It does have some red here on the front, some red circles, a little red there on the back. You definitely don't want to get whacked with this thing. It's solid though. I mean, it's not like it's, you know, it's not soft plastic, very hard plastic, so it'll definitely live up to some serious play here. Again, guys, remember, $10 for this figure. And there he is with his hammer. Of course, you can put that at any level you desire. Okay, let's take a comparison with the actual brute character. Here is the brute, I believe he's called. Yeah, the brute captain. So this is a chieftain, and the red guy is your captain. These guys are huge. They look like together. There's the front. The other side. It's actually pretty cool for having a nice, maybe an ape race. I don't have a lot of information about these characters. It'd be nice to have maybe an army builder character, because you have the chieftain here and then you have the captain. It would be nice to have a trooper, so to speak. You could have maybe a squad of those, and have an ape based race in your 1/18 scale universe. Let's take a look at the comparison for the actual head sculpts. It is actually a different head sculpt. This is more of a younger looking hairless face versus a more wrinkled and some hair on his chin there, right here, but a more wrinkled, more aged character versus the younger captain there. But they may have definitely used the sculpt, but just retooled it. This sculpt here on the captain, and just sculpted it because it looks very similar, but just aged very well. So the actual chieftain has a red eye, some red dotted eyes here. This is just a black-eyed captain here. So yeah, an army builder would be nice to have. You definitely get set up a decent brute squad, if you so will. I want to let you guys know I do have a review up for the brute captain here if you want to check that out too. But they're basically the same figure as a foundation, but they do have some similarities in their armor and obviously the head sculpt. But obviously a different weapon, because you get this little weapon here for this guy. If I remember correctly, they were calling it the Mangler or something. And then we have the gravity. The gravity hammer. So yeah, it's some comparisons with Master Chief here. He's actually smaller than they are. So just to give you an idea, here is a Star Wars figure. This is a vintage collection Hoth Trooper. Here is a Stormtrooper. This guy's tower over these guys. Here is a Hiya Toys Robocop, which is actually, should have been like a launcher character for his storyline. That's how he scales. That's all I have here with me. But I do have reviews for these characters, And so if you want to check those out for the High Toy River Co-op, everybody's favorite Stormtrooper is the Rogue One Stormtrooper, and I'm going to be doing a review here shortly for the Hoth Trooper. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.